Honestly, as soon as I saw the email going out, because I was part of an email chain to receive updates on research projects, and as soon as I saw it, I was really excited.
Well, the first thing, I didn't have much of an expectation. I think it was just the idea to be able to stand up again. When I had my car accident, my son was 16 months old, and so he didn't remember how tall I was or me standing. So I think if I were to say the main motivation was maybe to stand up and for him to see me standing up and to see that I was taller than he thought I was.
It was honestly just to stand tall again and to see how far I could take the machine, because I know it was a new experiment here for us, and I was one of the first people to join in and jump onto it. So I wanted to see the longest I could stand and the furthest that I could walk with the machine. How far would the machine allow me to do that? Of course, standing and walking would be fantastic as long as possible.
I would say my main motivation at first was to be at the same eye level as everybody else. Just to have that feeling again and just be able to look at someone in the eye and just be, at the same level. So it was mostly a psychological impact, I would say.
I really enjoyed watching the progression of starting from day one to the end of the 6-week program. Like, as I had said before, I had taken like 16 steps in my first tryout, and it was physically exhausting. But by the end, I was able to do about 800 to 900 steps in one session. So to see the progression from point A to point B was really something.
In regards of the performance per se in the exoskeleton, I was really happy on the last session when I attained like over 2,000 steps. I think it had become sort of a goal. In the same time, every session I could feel that I could walk a little further, or I could stand a little more, or I could walk a little faster. So seeing my capacity to walk improve from time to time kept me going.
Like I was saying, at first it was mostly a psychological effect, but then I wanted to use it to be in a better shape, so use it as a physical activity, physical training. And after a few sessions, I could already see that I had less pain in my back.
The most beneficial aspect of the program, 100% for me, is to see the measures before and after. As part of the program, they took measures of the bone density, and when we were able to compare the two, for me it was to see the significant difference in terms of improvement in my bone density. That only 18 sessions, like 6 weeks of training, could have such an impact on an aspect of my body that I don't control anymore. Was just mind-blowing.
I feel like I noticed an improvement in my overall circulation, and just my stamina, being able to go to the gym, and I could work longer at the exercises that I normally do at the gym further and harder. So just overall stamina was improved. Yeah.
Less pain, more endurance. I thought, at the beginning I could only do 500 steps, and at the end I could do over 2,000, so I gained a lot of endurance throughout the program. But circulation, digestion, I could see an improvement on digestion.
The only great fear there is, in my opinion, is falling, right? Because you're standing up tall now, you don't really have the balance when you don't have it, and the lightheadedness if you have your blood flow will fly up, and you're not used to that, so you'll get lightheaded and you might faint and fall over. Yes, that is a great fear,
My biggest fear was the low blood pressure, and when I stood up on the elevation table, I'd gone through a couple of tests with the researcher, preliminary tests, just to make sure that I would be okay. So I was put on an elevating platform and my blood pressure was tested while I was on that for about a half an hour. So that was probably my biggest fear, and then secondary to that, I was worried about breaking a bone or the pressure because of I have to understand that I probably have a lot of osteoporosis in my bones, so I was a little bit worried about brittle bones breaking and stuff like that. But those were, after the first couple of weeks, those fears pretty much went away.
There's less fear involved, and I think that's why the team has really done an amazing job in regards to myself and my experience. The team really helped me along because they took that fear away right away by explaining what it was and why I felt that way, adjusting things left and right on the backpack in regards to my foot, my legs. I would tell them it's loose here, they would fix it. I told them it's too tight there, they adjust it. I tell them this feels weird, my foot's not landing properly, they adjust it, and then bang, we're fixing it. It's fixed and we're moving forward. So like I said, the adjustment, the fact that you could adjust so many different things on the exoskeleton, in my personal opinion, is fantastic.
I thought that all these aspects were very useful. The sounds that the machine make, it lets you know if you're hitting a target before the other and the order that you have to get them. So it does help. Otherwise, all the cues that you guys gave us, because we can't feel our body, so you're not sure exactly what's going on. So you guys can see that, and videos helped a lot as well, so you can see if you're forcing too much with your left arm or right arm, or the way your body moves.
So in regards to like the program in general, I would say that the most beneficial aspect of it was the trust, the relationship that got established between the physios, the person in back who's holding. That was pretty extraordinary in terms of because you needed that. For me, it was like really important to know that they had my back, again, because of my fear of falling.
Personally, I think that the exoskeleton would have a good impact on the people here that are on rehab. I'm not sure if it would be useful at the beginning because you spend so much time just trying to figure out where your body is at in space, and it's just so confusing to your mind.
So if you were to give an option of showcasing the exoskeleton from day one, I think it would give enormous feedback psychologically for all members and future members. Standing tall, it felt amazing. Psychologically, it moves mountains.
Pretty incredible.
Exhilarating.